Let's let's go, everybody out there on the YouTube channel. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your top. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's go! Are you motivated? Are you ready? Are you going to change your life? Are you going to go after what you love? Or are you going to play games, sit in depression, sit in the lows? Or are you going to sit in the highs, baby? You're going to rise to the occasion. Shout out to everybody here on the life. Shout out to everyone living their life to the highest potential of their existence. Going all the way every single day. There's nothing left but you and your opportunity that you create for yourself. Let's get it in every single day, baby. Let's get it in. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We love you more than you would ever know. We care about you more than you would ever know. We want the best for you here in my entire show. Everyone here in my company, we are pushing forward at the speed of light every single day. Shout out to everyone here on the live. We appreciate you all more than you would ever know. God bless. God bless. Moving forward. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's bring in that amazing intro and let's have a blast on the live stream. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's go. What a beautiful day it is to be alive. Let's put the lime into the water. It's a lime this time, but you know what? Limes are just as good as lemons. Sometimes I'll show you a trick. You got to bite it. You got to crunch that in there. Let's have a big sip of the lemon water. Did you work out today? I worked out. I took my life by storm. I was pumping. I feel the pump, baby. I feel the love. Got the adrenaline from the workout, and I'm giving it back to you every single day. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. Let's stay motivated. Let's get ready to tackle this market. 2 hours of insanity, and I got so much to show you today. Are you sat hunting? What does that mean? What's going on? I got so much to bring to the table. I've been planning this show since 5 in the morning, getting ready, and I can't wait to bring you what I have found out, because it's amazing. And I'm going to keep you up to speed in everything in blockchain, the news, all the awesome coins, where the hottest money is flowing into, and where the best opportunity is in the market. We're going to bring it to you every single day, without a day off, 2 times on the weekends, and on a monthly candle close. We don't stop. Shout out to everybody here on the live. This is for the non-stop crew. This is for the consistent crew. This is for people that keep it moving every single day. Let's go. And I drink that water. I could have it by myself, but I have it with you because I want to do the right thing with each and every one of you. God bless you all. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at the markets today. Money flowing into Bitcoin. Money flowing. Tether coming into the market. We got some Ethereum getting bought up. A little Matic flowing in. These prices are beautiful right now. I'm telling you right now, I really like the prices. Waiting for that low value. When life is boring, when no one's paying attention, these are the times. These are the times. For me, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but this is when you put that money into the market. This is when I start just throwing down all over the place because it's a beautiful thing. I'm super excited, and I know that anything can happen if we keep ourselves privy to, the markets. So shout out to everybody here on the live. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about all the high coins that are breaking out. A lot of love in the market here coming out today. So I personally opened up a leverage trade for Bitcoin here in this falling wedge, likely to break to the upside. The 4-hour time frame looked beautiful to me. I was going to trade the 4-hour time frame, so that's what I did. All right, open up a leverage trade for Bitcoin and Anchor Protocol, 2 ideas that I had kind of this morning when I started out. The Anchor trade is down. I don't like to trade alts too much, but we'll see what happens. And the Bitcoin trade is slightly up, only 1.4%. Going to continue to add to it if I see what can happen from that move. I rarely trade altcoins on leverage. It's very rare for me, so I'm still dabbling with it very little by little. But I like this Bitcoin move right now. And I'm going to talk about why and what's happening and kind of what I see moving forward. So right off the bat, I kind of see this as a cup and handle, right? There's a cup. This is definitely a bigger handle on the market. We'll get rid of the moving averages for a second. Some people say it looks like spaghetti. They need a moment to breathe. I get it. All right, we even take away this level right here, and just I'm going basically my leverage trade is going to this point of control back to this area. We'll see if we can get the push up even up to this kind of barred area here. This is just what I'm looking for. Starting to make a smaller symmetrical triangle inside what I saw as a bigger symmetrical triangle. Even if you flip this too, you can see this is kind of a symmetrical triangle. See it? Let me break both of them down for you so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about in case you're new to the channel or in case you don't know. All right? And shout out to everybody here. This is where the money's at. This is where the money flows. We're going to show you where it goes, man. Boom. So we're looking at this, and we're looking at this. We're looking at these two. They're both symmetrical triangles in my mind, right? We got a smaller one and a bigger one, okay? And there's a falling wedge right there. This is also a bit of a cup. Ooh. This is also a bit of a cup here. And there's a little handle right there, too, that could get us up at least to the top of the channel. That's what I'm looking for. Even if it's low liquidity Friday in June. Not the greatest times to trade with the volume, but when there's a setup, there's a setup, and I'm going to take the probability of that setup to the upside. So something that I'm looking at for Bitcoin here on the move, and so far it is up since I first looked at it to the upside. Last night we did an amazing weekly screen share every single week on Thursday night. We started at 7:30. We went all the way till 10 o'clock at night, or maybe it was even 10. I think we went to almost 11 o'clock at night. It was out of control, and we talked about life. We talked about pushing forward. We talked about all the coins that I'm looking at. I talked about my token metrics account and everything that I'm going for, which costs $90 a month. We went over BOOKMAP too, which also cost money. I provide so much for you and so much information for the simple fee of $99 a month. You would not believe what we impact you with. Number one, every single day, waking up with gratitude and attitude and keeping you to stay positive, bringing positive people into your life because I attract positive people into the Discord. So number one, if you have problems, if your friends, if the people around you weren't inspiring you, you're going to jump into a group of multiple people that inspire you, that reach out, that ask you how you're doing, that care, right? Because they care about their lives. They know how to love themselves, so they know how to love you. That's the key, all right? That's the beautiful idea here behind the channel. So shout out to everybody here on the live coming on in. We also go over token metrics, which cost you $90 a month. I go over all the different things that I'm looking at. I combine them with charts. We go over the ideas. We talk about Bitcoin, the large frame, and I even give you kind of things that I'm thinking of doing as I begin to build bigger trades, smaller trades, and my long-term portfolio and coins that I'm beginning to load up into as well for massive gains in the next 2 years. It's more than just the day-to-day trading. I like to invest my money on the long term and compile those gains. I got into Cardano at 2 cents, EGLD at $20, Aave at $60 to $80, Phantom at 18 to 22 cents. I've made multiple calls at the bottom in my life. I called the bottom of the S&P just in October. You can go back and see the facts. World markets, Forex, the dollar index, you name it, I'm here. I put my money into Bitcoin live in front of everybody. I bought a Bitcoin live at 19,000 in front of the whole entire world. I didn't see one YouTuber buy a whole Bitcoin in front of everybody. Again, I did it. And again, some people would be a fear. Someone would know that they owned a Bitcoin. I do not live in fear. I push forward every single day. I do keep myself always protected at all times. So that's why I don't live in fear. I'm ready to go no matter what comes my way. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm just motivated to live my life. I feel great every single time I hit this mic, baby. Woo! I got 2 beautiful children, home from school for the summer. I got a beautiful wife that makes sweet love to me all the time. I have a beautiful, beautiful life. I love what is happening in my life. I'm excited for my family life. I love being a family man. Things are going well in the Bryce household. I hope things are going well in your household. And shout out to everybody here. I'm just excited to be here. Let me calm it down now. Let's bring it back down to brass tacks. So right now I do see the 4-hour pumping for Bitcoin. We can look at all the other smaller time frames. Right now I'm just focused on that 4-hour. We made this beautiful bottom. There's a low, there's a high. That's definitely a bottom. You have multiple candles closing at this level. For whatever reason, the bears couldn't get us below 26,269. I'm looking for a bigger move to the upside into today. All right, we'll take a look at our 1-hour time frame. 1 hour is a little baked. I'll give you that. 1 hour is baked, telling us that we're a bit overbought, but it's starting to form some type of flag there too as well. Then we take a look at the 15-minute. Kind of has a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder in there. Something to pay attention to. And it has this little wedge that's starting to break out too. 15-minute looks like a big move is coming on the 15. And maybe I'll just scalp this 15 and be on my way. But this looks like a pump is coming on the 15-minute time frame. We could pin that 1 hour. 15 and the 4-hour both looking good to me. Lack of bearish momentum. And we have falling volume with falling price, suggesting that the sellers have fallen off on that temporary time frame. Looking for that reversal. We're above a point of control. About to go to the value area high at least. So I see a move here for this coming. And yeah, I mean, even like this could be a symmetrical triangle here beginning to build. I like what I'm seeing here. Wick to wick here gives us a measured move. to this this green line here at about 26,900. So, wow. This is interesting too. And if you look at this, I know I show you a bunch of different things, but if you look at this too, that in itself is basically an ascending triangle too as we're going up. And almost shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's a bigger inverted head and shoulder with a measured move to the upside too as well to this area. So I'm seeing bullish confluence for Bitcoin. Really not much else to say about Bitcoin. I like what's going down. We just got a little more of a pump there. Can we continue to the upside? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP. I talk about BOOKMAP every single day on this channel. I do sell subscriptions to BOOKMAP in the links below. Global Plus. Jump in today. You can put on Link. You can put on Doge. You can add it to multiple coins that you have. Get the whole slew of different ideas. We got Bybit, Binance Futures, OKX, and we can see what's happening for Bitcoin. Right now, we do see there's liquidity to the upside for my little bitty move here. We could start liquidating the shorts. Right there, there's a liquidation. There's a liquidation. These are showing me short liquidations. Every time a short gets liquidated, we actually see the liquidations with the liquidation indicator. This thing is hot. I like what's going down. Then we have this level and this level, and I want to see us continue into this bigger range. Now, when I open it up, I do still see some liquidity down at 26,000, 26,200. There's a chance we go lower. Anything is possible. I always use a stop loss just in case to see what goes down. It's also low liquidity Friday where the volume is low, where a whale could have its way with the market, so just be careful, especially in the summertime. So we're going to watch this closely, but I see Bitcoin do possibly making a move on the oscillators by probability, but anything is possible. Know that trading is just using indicators to give you a possible probability. There's no guarantees to any single thing in trading. You're taking a shot on a probability. This is BOOKMAP. It's a heat map. Just like if you had like a infrared camera that would show you where the people are, where the blood is. Same thing, where people load up. So dark red means there's a big order down there. That's 633 Bitcoin wanted to be sold at 26,800. Right? That's 460 Bitcoin want to be sold at 26,900. So it's showing you where the most orders for Bitcoin are being sold on the futures exchanges. So number one, what I don't like to do too is short in between a massive order. When there's a massive order here and the price is here, you're likely to get squeezed. What is a short squeeze? Well, it's when so many people are shorting, the price starts to rip to the upside, and what it does is it liquidates all the people in between. And we need those shorts. There's stops getting hit. And as a stop for a short gets hit, what do they have to do? They have to buy Bitcoin to cover. A lot of the biggest moves come from shorts, and you're back, wait, I thought longs push the price up. People begin to build a base with the longs, but once they build that base and we start to execute through the short liquidations, which is the short stops, which is the limit order stops there, the stop losses, those stop losses convert into buyers because they have to cover. Then they start getting more and more nervous. Then maybe they have multiple orders, and they start closing the orders down and buying Bitcoin to close the order. That's going to pump the price. That's what's called the short squeeze. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. I have a lot of information to tell you beyond what's going down. Bitcoin's still holding its own. Nice big candle there to the upside on the move. So far, so good for BTC. All right. The high coins are the talk of the town. We talked about them. We break it down. You would have known way beforehand. High Fluff to the upside, banging on them, right? High Fluff was kind of in this funky ascending triangle with a flag there, shoulder kind of with a flat top. And it just wants to go the length of the base of the triangle. And there you go. That's High Fluff to the upside. High Penguins, which we put out in the trading group, made massive gains. Had this little flag here. Went up, came back down, still holding 65%. Heinz in 4, which I placed in this flag too. Hit the flag, came back down for a double bottom. Went up again to the upside. PEPE also getting a bit of a gain here. This is PEPE up and a bit of a double bottom. That, my friends, is a cup and handle. This is why I trade the cup and handle. There's your cup. I mean, there's your handle. Blast to the upside for a massive move. We had that. Someone was putting that out on the 1 minute chart this morning. Made 1,000% gains in the trading group. Bang, bang, bang. And John, post the gains to Lifer Gains, man. I think people don't realize we do have a Lifer Gains channel. Post those gains, baby. Post those gains. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, John, you should post those gains. Get it done, baby. Get it done. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in and hanging out with the Lifer team. High ODBS going. HIGAZERS. Understand, I have a whole list of every single high coin in the game. I provide it for my trading group. They know. They know before this is happening. They know what to pay attention to. I posted this entire list that you can see. 40%, 24%, 28%, 24, 22, 16, 15. Massive gains here on these high coins. What are high coins? They're fractional reserve of bigger NFTs through Fracton protocol. All right. You can type in Fracton, which is FT on Tether. And usually Fracton protocol, sometimes, it should get a move with all this love. It's got low liquidity. Less people know about it. How do I know it has low liquidity? Look at these candles. They're not full. Makes me kind of, a little iffy not to post a full candle, but it is making a flag. This probably will continue to the upside. When the high coins pump, Fracton protocol likes to pump. I don't trade it too much just because of the liquidity there. I'd rather trade the high coin that has the love, but I'm just trying to teach you how they made high coins. They're fractional pieces of NFTs. Then they turn them into ETFs, and you could trade them here on KuCoin. KuCoin, one of the only places, I think the only place that has high coins. So I'm seeing HIBAYC, which is High Board Yacht Club, which is in a big, giant double bottom here with the cup and handle. I wouldn't be surprised if HIBAYC started to pump to the upside. This is something that I'm looking at. You may want to write it down, do your due diligence. It stays above this point of control. It's going to gap up to the VRVP high volume node right there at about 39 cents from 17. That's going to be a nice move to the upside, so I'm looking forward to that as well. All right. Also on this show, every single day, we attempt, which we pretty do a good job of, we show you other things in the market. All right, we talk about the Dow Jones too, just in case. I see the Dow in an inverted head and shoulder, likely to break to the upside. That is a beautiful market structure. Also is in a bit of a symmetrical triangle as well. What is brewing? What's happening in world markets? Why do I look at the macro? Well, I'm understanding what's happening with the Fed meeting, the CME watch tool, right? And I show it every day, but you may not know about it. You may have to learn what is going on. The CME Group watch tool is a watch tool that basically gives us the probabilities of the moves to the upside. Now, Canada raised the Canada Central Bank. They raised the interest rates just this week. Kind of a big idea. Most people didn't think they were going to raise the interest rates, but they did. That got people wondering, what's going on? Why are they doing this? What's happening in the zone? So that, because we thought they weren't going to pivot, but inflation is out of control in Canada. It's in Europe, the European Union too. Over there in Europe, they raised the interest rates too. Christine Lagarde freaking out. They don't know what's happening. They're trying to keep it under wraps as they try to bring in the CBDC. Here in America, though, we have a 72% chance that they aren't going to raise the rates. It's now bumped up another 2%. If they raise the rates by a little bit, there's a 27% chance. This has been spot on accurate every single time we've seen it. This is telling us that next week, unless something interesting changes, next week on the 14th, we are likely to get a beautiful move of basically no basis point. When they don't raise the rates, that's going to be the first pivot in a long time here in the U.S. That's going to explode. Tech stocks, bigger markets are going to get excited. I'm going to see, there's going to be a load up and a move to the upside. So I would, that's what I'm seeing. So what would that do? That would boost the S&P, which we're going to talk about in a second. That would, start to move a lot of the other markets. The Dow Jones even would get some love out of that. Stocks and all risk-on assets would start to make a bit of a move to the upside. So you can see gold making a move. You can see Bitcoin making a move. So we're all starting to kind of see what's happening in the markets, and we're getting ready. The total market cap of all of cryptocurrency in this giant cup and handle. Look at it. Ready to blast. Holding the zone too. Previous resistance is this support zone. We have resistance, resistance, resistance. And I'll show you the zone in case you're just like, what is he talking about over here? And this is support of resistance right here. Yes, we peaked about it one time here, but you can see resistance, resistance, resistance. Broke above it. Came down, bounce, bounce, bounce. Almost a triple bottom there. Can we hold the zone? It's looking pretty nice to me, right? We look at the 22-hour time frame, which, yep, there you go. And that's getting low on the stochastics RSI after a bit of a bump and pushing up with momentum. And my 3-day chart, which I keep bringing up and showing almost every single day on the channel over and over and over again. 3-day chart wants the bigger move to $1.44 billion. We hold this level, and we have a gap in the VRVP2 up to this next level. That's also corroborating the story. So what do? I look at Bitcoin dominance. I look at Tether dominance. I look at the S&P futures. I look at the total market cap for Bitcoin. I look at the dollar index. I look at Bitcoin, and I make a pretty good idea of where the macro markets are going. And I also look at the Fed interest rate and what's happening. I keep you privy to this news every single day. I keep it moving for each and every one of you. Let's see what's up with the chat. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Bang, we got everybody here. Shout out to Lifer Friend, Gina Bombina, Baby G, Creators Crypto, all the beautiful people here in the live. Lifer, I'm still learning, but have a slight different vision on Bitcoin. I see a Rozzy Wedge within a diamond. Amen. Shout out to you, man. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. I see a slight rising wedge too. We talked about that, and I did show the diamond yesterday on the live stream. We'll talk about the diamond in a second here. And I'll show you everything that I do see for Bitcoin. I like to also brainstorm and just keep it open. So let me show you what I do here. I'm looking for a smaller trade on that move, but let's take a look here. Let's go. Also, we have a CME futures gap that I must discuss. I mean, this is also, look, a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That's a clear inverted head and shoulder, likely to break to the upside. You know what I mean? You get above this point of control, you're likely to move. That's a clear inverted head and shoulder to the upside. But CME futures, we'll double click here. We'll put it on the daily for you. And because a lot of people are always wondering, where's the gap? What's happening? Where's the next gap? What's going on? Where are we going? There's a gap right there at about 21,000, between 20,004 and 21,000. This area, it's about a $1,000 gap. We also have a gap right here, though. And that gap, it's kind of in the middle of both gaps, right? This gap sits at about 35,000. Do we close this gap, come back down? And not every gap gets closed. 5% of the gaps do get left behind. If there's enough buy pressure, if there's enough macro signals to the market, we're not going to go down and be able to press it to the gap. It just is what it is. So I like what I'm seeing here. The CME gap may be the first one to get hit. Which gap do you think will get filled? 21,000 or 34,000? You know what I mean? And I'm going to put that out to the Twitterverse. I want people to understand what's happening. Twitter, whenever I put out a link for TradingView, we don't seem to get the picture. So I take pictures on my Twitter account to do that. Bye, sweetie. Thank you. My 2-year-old always says bye to me now. She loves her daddy. She loves me. Which CME gap? Shout out to Tom Crown. Way better than that girl that was going hard at you. I don't know what that was all about. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. Shout out to Tito Gaines. Bang, bang, bang. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. RBBC in the house. Shout out to RBCC, bro. God bless you, brother. What's going on? Happened to you? What happened to USD on Binance? They took USD away from Binance. That's it. That's what's going on. They have. What happened is they're getting looked at. Banks are afraid. People don't want to get shut down. They want to get investigated. So when they see the hotness, they step away. That created a bit of issue for the banking system, for the connection there, and that created some issues. So it's only temporary. That's what they're saying. We'll see. I posted it to the Twitter already. This was old news last night. We've moved on from this and decided to keep continuing to go forward. Which CME gaps will fill first? Which CME gap will fill first? Right? 34, 9, or 21,000 for Bitcoin with the little b. Which CME gap will fill first? Let me know. I want to see what people are saying. And join that Twitter. Get on in there. Don't be shy now. Jump into Twitter. Twitter is so much fun. Really, ever since it really opened up and started to really take a fast track. What I do see, though, is lately, ever since he hired that new CEO, Twitter has been less kind of going for the gusto like it used to. It's been pulling back a little bit from its call-outs. Whatever happened to the files from FAUCI, whatever those. I mean, we were supposed to get those files out. A lot of stuff was going to start happening. We didn't get it, right? Shout out to you. Have a blessed day. Shout out to RB. God bless you. My schedule is maximum full. Trying to figure out MEXC and leverage for the first time. Trying is the worst thing you could do. When you try, you probably won't get it done. Put the time in, write it in your calendar, and say, I'm going to spend an hour doing this. Then do it every day until you get it done, right? Just tell yourself you're going to do it and get it done. Aliens, we already know all about aliens. I'm going to include that on my new show, Samuel Price, on YouTube. Let me get that link out, actually, to everyone. I want you to join. I want to get to 500 subscribers. Then I'm going to start putting out more massive content. Also, we have a big interview coming out this week with Gary Cardano. Gary Cardano. I call it Gary. We should call him Gary Cardano because it's like Cardone. But Gary Cardone, man, an amazing twin brother of Grant Cardone. I've been doing spaces with Grant last couple of days this week. It's been absolutely amazing. Really, really interesting. Found out a lot about who he is and kind of what he stands for. Shout out to Grant Cardone, man. God bless you, brother. And I know people know him for real estate, know him for, all his awesome business sense, his social media savvy. But I found out even more about him after doing the spaces with him. There was only about 800 people in the spaces. It was pretty awesome. And I find that he really, really puts himself out there, does not care, and makes it happen. So God bless you, Grant. I appreciate you. If everyone could send this to Grant, let him know that we care about him. I love you, Grant. Who cares about the money? The money's awesome. The success is great, but I like that you're a real person who's down to earth and gets it done. He's also a twin. I'm also a twin. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Hey, Lifer, can you get time? Can you take a look at VAI? Much love. We'll take a look at that. Shout out to Thomas Shattuck. And I hold about $2,000 worth of VAI. Yep. I feel I learned the most here. Shout out to Ham City. Hey, Lifer, I wanted to recommend your tailor to my friends up in Boston. Hey, I'm up in Boston, but my tailor's in New York City. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. Uninformed Crypto Galaxy on his live. Lifer is an excellent chart reader, but he sold... I didn't sell Casper. That's so weird. He sold his Casper. People talk about me. They don't even know what they're talking about. I love this. They have no idea. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. He told me I sold my Casper. I sold my Casper and bought back at the lows. I reaccumulated my position. And I could show you, like, that's the one thing about me. When people run their mouth, I'm there to show you you're out of your mind. So let's all kind of point at this guy and say, stop it. You're out of your mind. He sold his Casper, so you don't understand anything at all about the fundamentals of crypto. He's just a trader. Look at this guy. Who would say something like that? What a weird dude. How much Casper do I have? Let's take a look inside my spot wallet right now. And I shouldn't even get triggered by it. This guy's probably a keyboard warrior, sits at home in his underwear. I got $3,860 worth of Casper right now sitting in my wallet. So I don't know what you're talking about. You are out of your mind. This guy said I sold my Casper.
Does he make it, like, who cares what he said?
Right? His wife isn't as beautiful as mine, right? There's no way. There's no way. Like, he doesn't get it in like I do every single night. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Bang, bang, bang. Sell everything, man. Bro took an L of the chat. I know. Just like, what a weirdo. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about the lovers, not the haters and the strange keyboard warriors out there. A lot of strange people. You start to get known. People try to take shots at you out the woodwork. Some of the strangest people in the world. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. Bang, bang, bang. Just expose his wallet. You guys are so funny. This is my this isn't my wallet. This is money on MEXC, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. No, it's important though. Casper is important. I like Casper. I actually like that he brought it up. 554 high. You know what I mean? Because we want to show that we like Casper. It's actually good for him. I'm really actually super excited because he spotlighted how beautiful Casper is. And I actually put out a whole thing about Casper in the token metrics section that really pushed it out. You know what I mean? And kind of broke down why I'm into it, why I like it, what's going on. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to the keyboard warriors that sit in their underwear all day long and don't leave their house. Shout out to all the awesome people out there. God bless you all. Shout out to the haters. Shout out to the lovers. We love each and every one of you. We have more love for the haters too because we know you need the love. We know you need the love. I'm all in with the lifer. All good, brother. Shout out to my man, 554 high. Yeah. One thing you'll learn about me, 55, I don't like any type of criticism. Even what you just did. I don't like any type of criticism. Leave me, you know what I mean? Just be honest. Just let me rock. Just let me rock. I love you, though. I appreciate you. They need it the most. The haters need the love as much as you. We got to love these people. They are in a negative place with low frequency. We got to love them. Shout out to the 471 people on the live. 181 likes. $30 in chat revenue already pumping on into the live stream. Shout out to all the members here. If I could gift memberships, I would every single day. I'm not sure if I can do it myself, but I love you all. Hey, Lever, my stop loss on KuCoin doesn't hit. It's MEXC stop loss better. I don't know what you mean. Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, I always get my stop loss hit on MEX Global. So let the lifer live as he likes. Shout out to Robert Angel. 10K, 10X my 500 account. Bang, bang, bang. You did that in the trading group? Or you want, I don't you did that already? I don't know. I'm trying to read what's going on. So total market cap at a very good junction point. Now, this is a rising wedge. Rising wedges could break down, right? But usually you'll see a bearish divergence first, like a strong bearish div. So what we're looking for is maybe one more pump up. Likely when the rising wedge breaks down, it's the bearish divergence. So I would expect to pump up a couple pumps before we get a bigger move. Welcome, Robert Howley, who just became a member. God bless you, man, for jumping on in. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love. That's amazing. And the membership used to pop up here at the beginning there. I don't think I turned it off, but we'll see. It was popping up on the laptop. Funny, it doesn't pop up here. Kind of weird. Go Life for Hugs from Portugal. Shout out to Richard Rio. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. We bully the bullies where I'm from, but I move in love with 2023. I bully bullies all day long, man. Since I've been a kid, I saw someone bullying someone. I stepped right up and said, hey, man, why don't you pick on someone with energy like you've never seen before and just blast them off into the space. You know what I mean? Shout out to the new member, man. Thank you so much. And watch, let's look at the balls. Here they go. Here they go. Boom! Oh, that was a little one. Sometimes it explodes and I have to pick one off the floor. You never know. You never know. Shout out to Robert Hawley, man. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Sup? Y'all from Flint. Everyone have an amazing day, man. And where is everybody from here? We got 485 people. Well, wait. Not yet. Not yet. But we're going to do a roll call in about 10 minutes. Get ready. Get your keyboards out. Shout out to Tony Rosas, man. Shout out to you in the heat, man. Shout out to you in the heat. All right? But I don't, you know what? You guys are giving it a battle. It was a tough loss the other night, but you never know. Let the best team win. Jokic is amazing, though. You've never seen anything like that, so he's an anomaly. We haven't even seen anything like that. So, you want to look at DeFiPerp. Why do you want to look at DeFiPerp? Well, when DeFiPerp finally bottoms out, that's going to be the testament. And what we're looking for is a bullish divergence on a bigger time frame, even like the weekly for DeFiPerp. And so, we're starting, Bitcoin made the bullish divergence on the weekly, but DeFiPerp hasn't made it yet. That was our weekly bottom for Bitcoin. So, we're looking for this divergence to fill out. That's going to be our bottom for DeFi. And when DeFi bottoms, my goodness, we're going to start to accumulate. We're going to form this bowl. And I'm telling you right now, so we're looking for the bottom for DeFi. This is all the 100 top DeFi projects from Aave to Sushi to, Uniswap and more, stuff like that. This is a conglomerated kind of chart that shows you where all the money is flowing in DeFi. All we need is this bearish divergence to kind of, or those bullish divergence to kind of start to play out here. And if we can get a nice bullish divergence, DeFiPerp can finally bottom out here on the weekly time frame, something that you want to be privy to and pay attention to. We look at the DXY every single day too as well. We want to check on that dollar, see what it's doing. And right now I called a bearish move on the dollar to the downside. The weekly wants to tank on you. You're out of resistance. What I also pointed out on the 3-day chart was hidden bearish divergence. What is hidden bearish? And that's one of the harder ones to figure out. I can find hidden bullish, but hidden bearish, used to slip my mind sometimes. But I'm keeping you privy to hidden bearish. Shout out to Brandon, BTC Singer. Welcome as an exclusive lifer. We love you. Let's see what your balls can do as they come into the jar. Explosive? Oh, okay. Little bump. Not too bad, man. Thank you for putting some balls in my jar. I like when people move my balls around. Don't laugh. I'm just joking around, trying to make you smile there. Shout out to everybody here. So look, we got swing down to swing down. We got swing up to swing up. And bang. I mean, that is a hidden bearish divergence. Tells us we're likely to drop to the downside. It wasn't an Adam and Eve double bottom. I saw that. But so far, we're starting to get the rejection point to the downside. 3-day also wants to point down on that dollar index. What we want to see is the dollar shoot all the way down inside of the bigger channel. And this would be the bigger channel that we got, respectively, down, up, back down to the bottom of the channel. That would break the 100 back to 97.99 or 98. That would be a nice move to the downside for the dollar. That would also help my cause. That would also show you that we're going to pause rates. So if rates are getting paused, we should. These are the charts signal what's going to happen. But then we also kind of have what's going in and what we're going into. We should see this kind of all come together and begin to form up. All right? Dude, it's Crypto Galaxy. He said you sold your initial bag and yelled on your live about it. Ignoring the fact that you can buy back as much as Caspa as you can. Feel like buying. Honestly, I love everybody. You know what? Because I'm known and I'm out here, I guess people could criticize me, say whatever they want. But, if you're in my trading group, which he's not, he would have found out what I do. Again, like someone said, let's pay no mind to people that pay no mind. You know what I mean? Like, why are we even gonna like mention it? Let's just move on. Like, bye Felicia. Oh no. So Lifer spreads positivity, man. Akala is down, but will fly. It's DeFi. They're recovering from hack. And remember, dot ecosystem will fly. Akala is nice. Foul is nice. Lifer doesn't understand token metrics. some guy, some under 10K guy, man. Thanks, buddy. Had to start a new handle, so I figured $4 for some extra info and help a neighbor out. I'm on the sandbar, man. God bless you, brother. He's killed. You're really sitting on the sandbar, man. Shout out to my man, Brando BTC Slinger. We love you, brother. Thank you for being here. No time for trolls. Let's freaking go. Shout out to Lieutenant Dan Dangle in the house, man. I love that name. God bless you, brother. So look, Total 3 is the market cap of all of the low caps. All the coins except for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We got a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder here. These are on-risk assets, right? All coins, man. All coins could get a little bit of a rally here, at least back to the upside. I like what I'm seeing with this inverted head and shoulder, this falling wedge, and we're getting oversold on the 3-day chart. I also see a big move coming for the alts, baby, for the alts. All right? Yeah, you got to bully bullies, man. You got to bully bullies, man. And bullying a bully really is this guy. Why is everyone so critical of me? Why can't I just say something to be myself without getting a question mark and ask? Like, can I just live my life, man, without being fine ironed like a t-shirt every single day? You have to press me onto the freaking glass. Let me be me, man. You know what I mean? You could be you. If you hung out with me, I would never like twist all your words apart. Like everything you said is, you know what I mean? Let's be easy, baby. Shout out to Diablo, man. I love y'all. My wife's nail tech is named Bully. You're funny. I'm weaking over here. I'm working over here. Shout out to Caesar Cordero. And I saw my dad in a dream last night. I spread positivity, and I said it. Shout out to Stack McChange. You can go see my man Stack. Yo, Stack, take him out. Yo, do you, brother? The hate is going to kick rocks, man. Shout out to my man Bumbo, man. Hit the like button, please. Shout out to everybody here on the live. And if you're sensitive, then you didn't have a dad like mine. My dad was hard, man. You had a dad like mine, you wouldn't be so sensitive. You'd be able to get up and push no matter what. I love you all. We're working over here, baby. We're working. The defiance disorder kicked up in this memo. It definitely did. It definitely did. You know it. You know it. Defiance disorder, man. Anyway, shout out to Total 3. Looking pretty nice. The total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and altcoins, looking nice. We got all the dollar index. We've gone over Bitcoin. We looked at the Dow Jones. Let's look at the S&P futures, which I did call a bottom for back in October. So far, it's been a lovely move to the upside. I'm seeing this bigger ascending triangle starting to form. I like what I'm seeing for it. The 3-day chart's getting a little higher for the S&P, but it doesn't mean we can't get one last pretty nice pump to the upside, right? It's kind of what we're looking for. So right here, though, the daily's starting to curtail. The S&P saying, hey, I'm a little overspent. We talked about this flag breaking to the upside, though, when we called this flag. And look what happened. We put this flag out, I don't know, a couple days, yesterday or 2 days ago on the live stream. We got the gap, and the S&P did blast to the upside. The S&P starting to break some bigger levels. So let's break down the S&P for a split second for all the people that like to trade the S&P. We'll also talk about the NQ. I called a huge pump on NASDAQ futures. We're going to show you kind of what happened to that. I'm going to show you why it looks like NASDAQ futures might make a slight pullback. We're going to break that down. Appreciate your crypto news, name, and we'll brand one day. I got plans. Shout out to Stack McChange, man. Man, bought DCA. Had mine staked on Yuri for years. Just to be clear, there's no life or trolls in the chat. We're just rallying against the ignorance of another live streamer's comments. God bless everybody. Shout out to Fipple Knock. Shout out to Fortune Portugal, man. Shout out to my man, Board Type Crow in the game. We love you. So look, I'm going to delete all my work. Oh my gosh. But what we look at is this. We're looking at the one-day chart. We'll even look at the weekly. S&P weekly. You know, it's funny. Bitcoin is low on the weekly. S&P isn't. They are not. Right now, they're not 100% correlated. So you don't want to like go by them. It's like it doesn't have to be exactly the same situation here. But they're not 100% correlated at all, right? What I saw was something like this. Bit of a flag here for the S&P, all right? We talked about the bottom here. We called it based on bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. Here is the bullish divergence on the weekly. And yes, I tooted my own horn, but it was one of the greatest calls I ever made in my life. Like, come on, man. I called world market, and I went out there, and when I made the video, I said, man, world markets are going to reverse, and no one else made that call. Like, I didn't hear any other influencer, any other YouTuber make a call as bold as mine for the S&P reversing. So much money. That was the time to load up on Microsoft, load up on all the low cap gems that were kind of on the bottom of the tech stocks in the S&P, right? So we even kind of had this cup and handle here too as well. That was a cup and handle that we called that did break to the upside, basically hit the target, which was somewhere right around there. I mean, it's amazing. So we had that for you. And then we started drawing the other shapes and the moves. We also just broke a previous high for the S&P. A local high here has just been breached. That's a beautiful sign. Now we want to consolidate above the zone. We want to see the S&P stay above 4,300. That would be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's move back into the daily time frame and see what's happening to the S&P. S&P is showing some signs of a bearish divvy. Let's take a look. Do we have bearish divergence on the daily? What is bearish divergence? It's when the RSI and the price action don't agree in angle, right? One has a moving up angle. So like this has a nice up angle like this, but this kind of has a flatter angle. That is a bearish div unless we can push up higher. But I also see that this is an ascending triangle inside, and I wouldn't be surprised if we pushed up into above the dotted zone. The S&P got one more big move up to about 46.23. Then we might get a bigger pullback. Also, we got above this point of control. When you get to the point of control, you start to go all the way to the value area highs, which is 47.86. S&P looking beautiful to me for a move to the upside. Also, we look at the daily. This was the ascending triangle that did break to the upside. So now we're looking for a flag or a pullback on the daily time frame. That's all. You know what I mean? One more bigger move possibly coming. So I would be looking for some type of flag here, some type of, once we get a bigger move, and as long as we stay above 43, man, the S&P can make some serious gains. to the upside. It almost had a kind of a complex inverted head and shoulder here too. You kind of call that a shoulder, that a shoulder, that a head, that a shoulder, that a shoulder. Kind of an inverted complex head, a complex inverted head and shoulder. Could you take a look at XRP? Great call on render. By the way, shout out to Mystic Ruin. Thank you so much for the love, man. Thank you for telling me about the great call. That's super nice of you to send a $5 super chat. Let people know that we do make good calls here on the channel. I appreciate it. It was just a setup that I put out. The setup played out. There you go. I like to put things on your radar that have high probability of breaking out. That's kind of what I do. You know what I mean? I go through the whole entire market and I look for probability based on technical analysis. When the technical analysis and the things that I look at scream at me and tell me there's likely a move coming, I post it to the chat. I post it to the trading group. That's how simple it is. So I'm not a signals group. I want to make that clear. I don't tell anyone what to buy or to sell or when to buy or sell it. I'm not like, everyone, we're buying this now. Do that. I don't do anything of that nature. You know, you will never catch me doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm also not a portfolio advisor or an investment advisor or financial advisor. I will not go over your portfolio for you. I won't tell you what to buy and sell. I make it very clear here on my channel, and I like to kind of put this out all the time because, sorry. I like to post this. I like to just show you kind of on my channel. If you go to the About section, all right, what my business does, educates people on technical analysis and safe practices of crypto. The relationship is strictly student to teacher. What my business does not do, I will never consult you on your portfolio or tell you what to buy or sell. I will never manage your money for you as well for any reason. If anyone contacts you offering these services, they are impersonating me and it's a scam. I am not a financial or an investment advisor. Thank you for watching. Just to make it really, really clear to any regulators out there, people looking around, sniffing for YouTube channels. You know what I mean? Don't sniff my channel. Get out of here. Don't sniff my... But anyway, you know what I mean? So S&P, I'd like to see somewhat of a pullback here. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. 4 hours also, we're getting overbought on the bigger time frames. However, the 1 hour has one more leg to the upside. So let's see what the 1 hour could do today on the smaller time frame. We'll get rid of this. And it's funny, that's why I can't stand trading traditional markets. The gaps are just ridiculous. You know, they get the pre-market and the aftermarket, you know, while you don't have access to it unless you're kind of privy to like a bigger exchange and you pay more money. So the average investor can't even get into these spaces. Crypto is 24/7. There's no after or pre-market. That's the main reason I don't trade the stock market and why I trade cryptocurrency, because of the 24-hour, it gives me an edge. I do not like the edge taken away from me because institutions and everyone have access to hours that we don't, which I find absolutely just is not right. And I mean, once you get really professional, you can sign up for aftermarket, pre-market entry, but it costs more money. You have to be super serious. So if you're just a trader, you're learning how to swing trade, you're getting into the game, you're getting into the stock market, you can't even trade pre-market and aftermarket. Pre-market's open from like 4 a.m. to 7, or I think it's 4 a.m. to all the way to 9. I don't know, from 7 to 9 in the morning. I don't know exactly when it is because I used to know. And then the aftermarket goes from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at night. You know what I mean? It's like it's the biggest scam on earth. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we'll let retail play from 9 to 4, and then we'll have our positions opened up when there's less liquidity. We'll take advantage of the lower prices. We'll take advantage of the scarcity while they take advantage of the whole market. I find that absolutely absurd. Horrible idea. Let's make a video here for clipped out reasons. All right, I'll make myself a little bigger and we'll talk about it for a second here so the resolution is nice. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and I want to talk about the difference between trading the stock market and trading cryptocurrency. A lot of people say, you have so much knowledge, Sam. Why aren't you in the stock market? Why don't you trade the stock market all the time? And I'll tell you why. Number one, I have a goal of getting to 100 Bitcoin. If I trade any stock or get into any type of stock, that's money that will take away from my goal. That is my main goal, and that's where I'm going. And I'm sticking to it, and I'm steadfast to that reason. So I'm stuck on that one plan, and that's my plan. Sticking to one plan is how you accomplish it. Don't let anything else in the way of plan. You know, you have plan A, plan B. There's no plan B. It's plan A. So number one, I'm strictly going to accumulate 100 Bitcoin. If I'm dabbling in the stock market in any way, shape, or form, it's going to take away from that ability to do so. Number one, I have a plan. Number two, there's a pre-market and an aftermarket in the stock market. They actually have access to either less liquidity or scarce liquidity, which actually can bring the price higher or lower, or give them access to buys where they can buy up more of a coin, of an asset before you can. Then they open it up to the regular public from 9 to 4 while they already had access to the back end. I find that absolutely ridiculous. I find that insane. I find that unfair. Once I realized how much of an edge that gave a bigger institutional trader, I got myself out of the bigger markets and decided it just wasn't a good idea. And I started trading cryptocurrency where I could see the flow of money and I could see something else. Number three, we can see the flow of money. I actually have a whale bot inside of my trading group, right? And the bot, what it does is it tells us where the money's flowing inside of cryptocurrency. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. So if you join my trading group, you have access to these awesome bots right here. Whale Bot Rec, exchange announcements, exchange news, okay? And what this is also going to do is just tell us when money's flowing in into the cryptocurrency, when there's a lot of money. So like, let's look at some of the alerts here that have come in the last day or two of what's happening. Look, 5 million USD burned at Paxos Treasury. That means that money's coming out and they're going to start putting someone's putting $50 million into the market, right? Right here, 81 million in transferred from Bitfinex to an unknown wallet. Someone's transferring. Maybe they want to move it around. Maybe it's Bitfinex moving funds. You know what I mean? Look at this, 4 million SHIB, right, which is $31 million transferred from SHIB staking to Binance. Are they getting ready to sell? What's happening? You know what I mean? $40 million worth of ETH transferred from unknown wallet to Coinbase. Today at 3:17 in the morning. Usually when you see a lot of money flowing in, there could be a big sell. When you see a lot of money flowing out, it could be vice versa. So we can understand what's happening on the blockchain, and we can track transactions. We can't really see where the money's flowing in the stock market. We can't see where institutions are putting their funds. But if you're privy to the actual chain and on-chain analysis, you can find more information that can help you make a big call. If you see a whole whale getting into a coin that you like, you may load up into that coin. That's another big reason why I like trading cryptocurrency over the stock market. So when people ask me all the time, why do you do this? Those are the 3 main reasons. And there's actually 10. I'm going to put out a video soon in the next week, the top 10 reasons why I trade cryptocurrency over the stock market. And I'm going to keep you privy to that video, so watch out for that. Thank you so much for watching this awesome content. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you on my next video. All right, cool. And hi, my name is Sam Price, and today I want to talk about trading cryptocurrency and trading the stock market. I'm going to give you 3 of the main reasons why I believe trading cryptocurrency and trading on-chain, coins and tokens is far better than trading the stock market. So stay tuned. Get ready as I give you the top 3 reasons why I trade crypto over the stocks. My team, take that first one, put it in the beginning. You know what to do, right? And then slap it out. I was a video editor for years, so my mind works like a video editor. You realize nothing has to be in linear. They can put it wherever they want. So that's privy information. So ES1, getting the pump out of the flag. Looks like there's some more coming for it too as well. We do see slight pullback, but looks like it's going to pull back, pull back, pull back. That's going to give it a slight pullback, hopefully on the 4-hour time frame. And then it's going to be ready to rock when they decide to start pumping our bags again, when they change that interest rate to not going up. Like they basically decide not to raise the interest rate. So I'm excited. You should be excited. Get ready for a big move. And again, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we're starting to build an idea. Bitcoin dominance. When that starts to trend to the upside, I would be wary of my altcoins. It tells me that there could be a big move for Bitcoin coming. Let's look at the big picture for Bitcoin dominance. Number 1, it's inside this symmetrical triangle, which is a 50-50 shot up or down with low stochastics, right? Number 2, it's a giant double bottom. The measured move of the double bottom would take us the same measured move of this pole to the upside, which is bullish confluence. We have 2 shapes, both bullish, explaining that we could make a move to the upside. This has been a main resistance area, resistance, resistance, resistance. If we firmly break above this, I would see a massive move for Bitcoin. Some of the BTC pairs for alts, and some alts will be hard to trade, but I see a massive move for Bitcoin coming, something definitely to pay attention to. Shout out to Lakochi Coker, and if you send in a super chat, do not worry, we did not miss it. We will go over it at the right time in the channel when we're done kind of going over all this information. Okay? So we've gone over the DXY, the S&P futures, the Dow Jones, right? The dollar index, total market cap, total 2, right? Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. And last but not least, we're going to show you Tether dominance on the channel. And that's why people love the channel. We give you the full-blown gambit. We show you what's happening. I mean, this has a shoulder, a head, and kind of a right shoulder. It's kind of a complex head and shoulder in a bit of a way. You kind of get shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. That could break us to the downside too as well. I look at the 3-day chart. That's my go-to. And we may have one more little pump up, but that shows signs of a head and shoulder pattern. Clear as day to me, right? So we go to the 3-day and I see a head and shoulder pattern forming here on the dollar index, US Tether dominance, which tells me Tether dominance is about to make a move to the downside. I also see a bearish divvy here that already formed, and that tells me that that's likely going to be our top. This swing up, this swing up, this swing down, not a good look. So that's bearish confluence right there, and we're getting oversold in the stochastics, RSI's forming, and we know that if they don't raise that interest rates and they don't pivot, people are going to flow into Bitcoin. I'm telling you right now. And Tether dominance is going to take a fall to the downside. So when we look at the 3-day chart across the gambit, we see that a lot of signs on the charts are pointing for a pump for Bitcoin and a dump in traditional, assets like the dollar. And so again, I could be wrong. There's no guarantees, but on my macro ideas, a lot of these have played out over time. So keep coming back and you could kind of keep me to the test And you can say, hey, that's what you said, and just keep, write down. Hey, this is what I said. This is what I said. This is what I did. Let's talk about render. We talked about render. We went over it too. We went over it last night, and we went over it even this morning, right? Let's see render here. So render was in this falling wedge, bigger time frame. Falling wedge wants to break to the upside. So far, render's up, not a huge amount, but about 6 or 8%. The way that guy said, shout out to your call, I thought it took a huge pump to the upside. We did call the render come from here to here, though, perfectly. All the way from the 118, all the way up to 297, 181 to 297. We call that beautifully, like absolutely beautifully. And you'd be like, no, you didn't, Lifer. No, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, well, we kind of did, though. You know what I mean? And what I love about the Discord is it always has proof of how hard I work and what I'm doing. And it kind of teaches you what's going down and what it's like to be in the Discord, even just for a second here. So in the Discord, right, I would have been going over render, breaking it down like I do all the time. And if you look here, render, right, the daily's oversold, getting ready, but this is the first initial call here. It was in this wedge. We like to pump to the upside. That's sitting at 164 was the main call. That would pump all the way to 297, basically dang near 100% gains for render to the upside, and that nailed it, right? We hit that for like 69, 70% gain. Beautiful call for render to the upside. Again, you got to love that move. So, and when was that render call? That was on May 11th, right? So we were getting into render when people were just kind of figuring out what was happening. I see a similar behavior for render here. So we got that pump. We had this kind of uptrending cup and handle that did the move. I see another move possibly coming for render to the upside. So something to keep yourself privy and think about. All right, render, man. We took care of the render. Let's get into XRP. My man did a super chat for XRP. And, they say in the coming weeks, this should end, like maybe September. We're getting closer and closer to getting some type of justification when this pain will end. We talked about this flag. I saw this kind of in an uptrending scenario here. Let's take a look. So I saw this as a bit of a couped handle here. See, kind of, or an ascending cup with a handle. This did pump up 8%, continued to grow. And look what we see here for XRP now. If we take away the older chart that we nailed for 8%. Shout out to anyone that got into that flag. I posted that flag immediately. It hit without losing any gains. There was no stop loss at all for that flag to pump. I mean, you got this like bull pennant technically. I mean, you could call it a symmetrical triangle. That's got more bull pennant feels to me to the upside. 50-minute wants to make a move. I'm interested on XRP for the day, right? Bitcoin goes sideways or gets a little bit of a pump. We could see XRP getting that move. Bitcoin's still staying pretty flat here, but that's the CME futures. We're going to have to go to like a better chart. But right now, a scalp on the 15-minute is possible for XRP. All right. We see the RSI kind of flipping. We see the stochastics a little low. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. 1 hour gassed up. So I like to just delete all my old work. But look, see long consolidation. Just pointing that idea for XRP. Looks like we definitely would have bottomed here with the major bullish divergence on the daily. See that swing up with that swing down. Called the bottom there too as well. We also divide kind of a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. That did not play out, which is very, very interesting. On a macro scale for XRP, I see something of this nature starting to form. Which is very, very interesting. Okay. This is what I like seeing here. So yeah, we may tussle back down again as long as we hold this bigger trend. I mean, XRP can make a bigger move. That measured move for XRP would take us to 86 cents. Again, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it is starting to make somewhat of a bullish consolidation, and I wouldn't be surprised if we did get the big pump. The news comes out somewhere, look, late August, early August, a couple months from now, and then they say, hey, we're done. We beat them. They tried to use Hinman. They used Hinman. They said they couldn't hide Hinman, or they didn't want to bring it out. Then Hinman had to come out, the statement. Then they realized that, like, you can't have people representing the company that say it's their own statements when it's what they did when they were representing the company. And that's kind of the conundrum there that they're in, the SEC, Looks like the SEC doesn't really have the best legal counsel, too, as well. You have to think about it. The SEC hires legal counsel that's kind of forced to work for the government in a way. But when you're innovative and amazing, like XRP, you probably have a lawyer that's like, I want to do something different with my life. I want to jump in with this blockchain company. I want to change the world. So, like, I think there's going to be more love and compassion behind the lawyers that work for XRP than the lawyers that work for the government. And love and compassion is the answer. That frequency alone tells me that XRP can win this case. You know what I mean? If you just kind of divide that idea, and the vibration is so much higher on the legal side on XRP. They spent $200 million. Binance has $100 billion ready to go at the SEC. So I have so much. I'm actually excited. Before things break up, they try to break it down, right? So this is the last wave. This is all they have. This is their last attempt to try to break down crypto, and it's not working. They're actually making people buy more crypto. People are getting angry at the SEC. They're like, no, I'm going to buy more cryptocurrency. I'm going to keep pushing. So very interesting idea there that they woke up any giant that was already sleeping to push us further to the upside. My man said, all agenda, no brains. Exactly. That's the thing, Stack. I bought, ammo is my all around, my gosh. Super chats, KDA and VAI. Let's take a look at Kadena. And, I met the Kadena mining group, and they were interesting, a bunch of guys. However, Kadena continues to fall to the downside, to a lower low. Like, that's interesting. I think this project has legs. I'll give it to you. This is where I might even DCA into Kadena right now, when, no one's paying attention to it, when it's super beat up. I'm looking for a divergence on maybe a bigger time frame, 2-day, 3-day. Starting to flat out a little bit here as this is more flat. That's swinging to the downside. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. So Kadena. Look at that. I was never a huge fan at the beginning of this project, but it's got people from Microsoft, some big names behind it, right? If I'm correct, I've been researching this. I haven't looked it up in a while, but it's supposed to be a super fast chain, supposed to handle DeFi, do all the numbers, and it's very oversold in the 3-day chart. RSI is low as too as well. It's like the lowest it ever was like 27 cents. It's almost halfway there, which is insane. This is a project that I believe would be worth DCAing into in the long term. I had to wait for it to get super beat up. Now it is definitely something on my radar that I'm paying attention to now, and that I'm definitely looking at. Kadena, which is interesting. Tesla is greater than Bitcoin for the next year. The Department of Justice also wants to sue Bitcoin. You're funny, Binance. Whatever, man. I don't worry about it. I really don't. They're not a U.S. company. Binance U.S. is just a branch of Binance. It is what it is, man. CZ has more lawyers than you would ever believe. He has $1 billion in a basically, he's ready to rock. So, we already know what's up with the other one that you mentioned. I won't even mention them again because it's just not worth it. But so Kadena on my radar as just maybe the lowest place to get in. I would wait for it to bowl on out. The safe wait, we see it kind of pump up again, miss some of the pumps, wait for it to touch. What I learned is you only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've drawn bowls out before. You only get 3 or 4 touches on the bowl. I'm going to show you what happens, because when Polkadot was going to be big, we got into Polkadot. All right, down here, and I circled this area because I used it as an example back in the day. And let's just talk about this. So I was looking at Polkadot getting super low. Back then, I didn't use the 3-day chart as much as I do now. I've definitely evolved into bigger time frames. But so this is when we knew Polkadot was going to be huge. And funny, I called it a stable coin. A couple weeks later, this thing was gone. But if you really look at it, and you could say it kind of made a cup and handle here, right? There's your cup and there's your handle. Blast. Look at cup and handles, dude. They blast. So when you want to get something at the low, usually there's a capitulation event, which you get spiked to the downside, like this one here. Right? It came out, right? It was early. Then it could capitulate 1, 2, 3. You get 4 or 5 touches on the bowl. That's all I'm trying to point out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these were the lowest. So these were the best places to get in. So everyone thinks you have all day to accumulate. And you do. I mean, you have this range. You had from September 10th, 2020, all the way to November. It's actually, wait. Wow, you only had 2 months to accumulate this for whatever. I mean, that was different. It was new. But point of the story is, once I see, this is accumulation. Up and down movement in a bowl. Rounded bottom, right? And once you get that secondary high, you start making the third high. So sometimes I wait for the middle to be formed, and then I grab and I grab and I grab. So I'd be waiting for Kadena to form a bigger bowl and begin to get back in. There's something interesting to think about, all right? But this is like a long-term idea that I want you to understand. I want you to get a mental framework of what we're looking at here, and kind of imprint that into your brain, and realize that. So right here, we're starting the accumulation again. This one's longer than the one before. As you can see, it's way bigger than that one, but same idea here. Similar idea to Polkadot, right? That was probably going to be your low, your bottom there at about $4.25. Bang. And then it's going to start to slowly kind of continue out of the bowl. And there's your 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, possibly 6. And then the lowest places to get in. And I only know this from experience. I watched one of these. I'll wait. And then I saw, man, I missed it. And I missed a few coins at the lowest accumulation point. So this is just something I want to teach you and keep you privy to. All right. Can we take a quick look at Atlas? Send it a TA or super chat for TA and deep dives. All right. Good morning to Quarter Crawler. And let's get this chat going, man. I want to see this chat flying. I want to see this chat absolutely flying. We're going to put someone in the trading group today. Why not? Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling happy and excited. I'm going to write something down on my phone in the notes. All right. I'm going to pick an animal. All right. And I'll pick a number. All right. If you can guess the animal and the number, okay, you can get into the trading group today. If you can guess an animal and a number for 1 month, all right, and if you like it, you can stay. All right. An animal and a number. You got to put the animal, then the number. So we got Tiger 333. That's not it. We got Giraffe 3. That's not it. We got Lion 77. We got Giraffe 333. That's not it. We got Tiger 27. We got Lion 99. We got Bull. No. We got Tiger Dove. We got Dove. We got Penguin. We got Lion 33. We got Elephant 9. We got Eagle 76. We got Bear 6. We got Shark 13. We got Monkey 17. We got Bull 99. We got Flamingo 33. We got Elephant 61. Horse 2. We got Bear 69. We got Monkey. No. Goat. Nope. Killer Whale. Dolphin. No. Turtle. Pigeon. Cat. We got Gorilla 77. We got Lion. We got Shake. Wow. We got Pitbull 44. No. We got Mamba. We got Shark. We got Owl. We got Bull. We got Hyena. We got Bull. We got Dog. We got Gensler. It's so funny. We got Gary Gensler 77. Ayo. We got Rooster. We got Snake. We got Horse. We got Lizard. We got Turkey. Much love. I appreciate you. Shout out to Highly Trained, my man of the game. We love you, brother. Because you're an animal. Lifer 33. I love it, Bombo. We got Rabbit. We got Cat. We got Penguin. We got Chicken. We got Goat. We got Hummingbird. We got Skunk Ape. And you guys are funny, man. We got Cat. We got Dove. We got Caterpillar. We got Eagle 17. We got Sneak 1. We got Horse 25. Thank you, good man. Shout out to D Shuffle in the house. We got Bull 33. Tiger. Gary the Lizard 999. That's so funny. We got Skunk. We got Kappa Bear. We got T-Rex, Bear, Bull, Panda, Horse, 1 human, Snake, Panda. I will say that only one time I did see the actual. So one person did write the animal. I'll give you that. One person wrote the animal. Someone did write the number 2, but not with the right animal. Unicorn 77. Raccoon. It's going to be a real animal. I like unicorns, but I don't. Yeah, actually, unicorns are real. They're real. Ooh. Don't leapfrog a unicorn. We got Gorilla 777. We got Chipacumbra. We got the Chupacabra. Yeah, I know what the Chupacabra is. Those things are real, man. Be careful. We got dolphins. We got Panda. I love pandas. I should have made it Panda. We have Velociraptor, Flamingo. That's kind of a reptile. We got reptilians out here. Right? Gorilla 77. That's been said before. We got Doge. We got Bullcoin. We got Dog. We got Eagle. We got Shark. We got Goat. We got Horse. We got Crocodile. We got Monkey. Wow, it's getting creepy. We got Horse 47, Panda 77, Bear. We got Chinchilla. I love chinchillas, man. We got Cheetah 77. We got Dog. We got Donkey. We got Horse. I will tell you, it's not Horse. All right? I'm going to have to give a clue, I feel, at one point. Who wants to pay for a clue? Someone sends a super chat for clue, you can get a clue. If I see a super chat asking for a clue, I'll give you a clue. We'll make this a fun game. Dove, Megalodon, Pigeon, Human, 100, that's funny. Donkey, Frog, Whale, Llama, Ape 77, Spider 100, Moose. People are going to come to the live stream like, what is going on? Right now, if you're new to the stream and just coming in, we're giving away we're gonna gift somebody a month of the trading group. All right. If they can guess the animal and the number that I put next to the animal. And we do this like once every couple of weeks. Lion 40. Lion would have been a nice one. Cheetah, Dove, Cat 88. Snake 333. Apple 7. Panda 78. Lion 16. Sparrow, Bear, Whale, Bull 40. Gensler 666. Friend 33. That's so funny, man. Lion 13. Trans 69. Oh my gosh, man. Lion, Panda. That's not funny. I don't want people get offended, but Iguana. Bull 100. Bull 9. Elephant. If someone sends for a clue, you gifted a membership. Wow, you gifted 5 memberships. That's worth a clue right there. Shout out to my man gifting 5 memberships. Everyone, grab your membership if you can. Grab it right now. He grabbed it. Smart move. Gorilla 40. All right. Snake 60. All right, I'll narrow it down for you. It's one of 5 animals. All right, it's one of 5 animals. It's a cheetah. It's one of these 5 animals. Cheetah, gorilla, lion, tiger, and a sloth. All right. It's one of those 5. All right. It's one of those 5. All right. And the number is from 1 to 50. How's that? And the number's from 1 to 50. We're getting some close ones. Oh, wait. I think we might have got it. Cheetah 33, Gorilla 55, Cheetah 420, Gorilla 24, Cheetah 333, Sloth, Squirrel 22. I love you, man. Gorilla 7. Cheetah. Oh, it's so hard to see. The chat is flying out of control. Tiger. Cheetah, Tiger, Lion. Gorilla 8. Gorilla 9. Gorilla 22. Tiger 7. And I may miss it too. I want to make sure I see it. Oh, wow. It gets crazy in here. Wow, someone got really close. Someone in here is really close. That's another clue. Someone in here. How about even someone in here? In this circled area is really close. They're like 4 away. They're 4 away. Cheetah 99, Cheetah 39. Someone's really close right in here. Really close again. Gorilla 43. Someone is really close. John, I gotta get back to the show, so we gotta wrap this up in a second. Gorilla, cheetah. Oh my gosh. Wait. And if you write it and I miss you, please don't get upset. It's hard to see exactly what it is. Someone is really close right here. Really close. There it is, Gorilla 44. Shout out to my man Nams, Ham City. Nailed it. He came in right before, man. And I have the live chat on, not the top chat. Wow. These guys both battled it. You beat him to the punch by 1 second. Ham City. Reach out to my team. Email us from that exact email. Take a picture. Make sure you kind of, Ham City with Gorilla 44. And if you put Gorilla 44, I'm sorry. I couldn't have seen it. I said Gorilla 44. Use the chat search. And you can hit Control F, right? So let's see the earliest one, 11:19 a.m. So this guy had it here, Gorilla 44, all right, at 11:19. I got to give it to him. I'll give it to Ham City too, though, because I don't want people upset. So 2 people get to win. God bless you. Reach out to my team. They'll put you into the trading group for 1 month. You can jump in with us. Please don't be negative. Please be positive. We did this one day, and the person ended up being a nasty person. It was kind of crazy, but be awesome and positive. Bring in your awesome high frequency to the trading group, and we love you, man. We love you. And just to make sure, because people are like, are you picking favorites? You know what I mean? Right here in my folder on my phone, Gorilla 44. right? Gorilla 44 for sure. Because I'm a silverback, baby. Let's go. Shout out to my gorillas out here in the game. Appreciate each and every one of you. All right. Thank you so much for that. That was an awesome time. I had a blast doing that. All right. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. $39 in chat revenue. Unbelievable. Very nice. Congrats, guys. Thanks for the fun, man. That was awesome, right? Was the adrenaline pumping? You know what I mean? Good wishes in games to the winners, man. It was fun. I always like doing that. I know it takes away from the show a little bit. We'll do it on the Fridays. They're like, how about the third Friday of every month? I'll do something fun like that. All right? I'll do something fun. Where are the super chats? If we can get them back up there, is anyone running the super chats? I haven't seen them in a second. Hard to see what's going on. Chat pumping. Legend Lifer. Good fun game. God bless you, man. Shout out to Mark Wilson. And actually now, where is everybody from? Let's do a roll call. Where is everybody from? And look, I learned how to actually search the chat too, which I can't believe you can do. So cool. Where is everybody from? Let me know where you're from in the chat. I want to know where everybody is from. We got the chat pumping. You got your hands pumping. Where are you from? We got Yorktown. We got Ohio. We got Dutch. We got Sunrise. We got Shasta. We got Philly. We got Charlotte, Louisiana, Ottawa, Richmond, Virginia, Maryland. We got Suiana, South America. We got Bogota, right? Or Bogota. Yeah, Bogota, man. Colombia, baby. We got Suriname. We got Florida, South Africa, Tunisia, France. We got Van Island. My man, Van Island. What a beautiful place, man. I looked that up, man. You live in one of the nicest. It has like the warmest climate of all of Canada, right? Miami, Florida. Tuclo, Honduras, Singapore. Born and raised in Pakistan. Living in Corona, California, Netherlands. We got Brooklyn, Philippines, Seattle, Chicago, San Diego, South Africa, planet Earth. We got the Carolinas. We got England. Thank you from Oklahoma City, Texas, Chile, Libya, Mexico, Chicago, Wisco. We got Antarctic, South Side. Wow, that's tough. Trinidad. We got Messi. I mean, that's insane. Messi going to Miami. That was huge, right? People wilding out. We got Cleveland, Hungary, Charlotte. We got Barkley, Georgia. We got Sloth 33. It's so funny, man. We got Good Country, San Diego. We got Cape Coral, Florida. Kansas City, Berlin, Germany, Idaho, Baltimore. We got Marquito, Mozambique, Hungary, Moldova, Malaysia, Philippines, New Brunswick, Cheetah, Chicago, Bristol, Tennessee, From God, Jordan. I like that. If America's number one, the Netherlands is number two. Wales. I moved to Italy next week. We got Sloth 33, Tiger 33. We got Vital, Real Portugal, man. Lifer, take a look at TA on metal. We'll take a look at MTL. Mexico City, sunny California, Northern Carolina. Unbelievable. All of us from God. Amen. Bronx, Moonbase, Darlington, England, Indonesia, and Gorilla 17. You guys are so funny, man. Thanks for all you do, Lifer. Shout out to Robert Hernandez. Thank you, Mar Solo, for gifting 5 memberships. The nicest thing you ever did was do that. God bless you for doing that. So nice of you. New Mexico, Antarctica. Wow. I'm from Christmas Island. Amen. Finland, Antarctica. Really? People from Antarctica? Lion 7. You guys are so funny, man. You're making me laugh. ETH, come and handle the 15-minute. All right. Let's get back to Bitcoin for a split second. Let's just see what it's doing. Update into the idea here. 26,600. Attempting to hold. It is a Friday. Right? And so far we got a dump. But we held a bigger channel here to the upside for Bitcoin. So this trend line, for whatever reason, is liking to hold, right? Get away from this little sauce right here. So this trend line is looking to hold. We want to see this trend line hold. What we're really looking at is this bigger idea here. That's the symmetrical triangle that we're building. We can hold this trend line and build up. We can get the break to the upside. Remember, ascending triangles are 50-50 patterns, though. And so we're looking for that idea. We want to see the price action stay inside the zone. 200 moving average, we're tight. We're oversold in the 15-minute. Wouldn't be surprised if we did still get that bounce to the upside for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's just holding this trend line now, and it's getting flatter and tighter. One thing that I also see is this. That in and of itself is getting bull pennant-esque with a bigger measured move to the upside. We could see Bitcoin somewhere at 28,000 not too long from now. Volume, Gorilla 46. Boom, boom. You need the volume up? Sloth 33. Shout out to D-Dubs, man. Got to give Bitcoin props, man. Give all the news. She's holding up pretty nice. Yes, she is. Lots of AI bots slowly changing to the downside. Going to be awesome. to see the wrecked. You never know. I mean, just because an AI bot chooses to the downside, you think you're going to go down? I don't know. You never know. We could easily go to the downside. You know what I mean? And honestly, that's why in this channel, we don't get wrecked. We have a pretty obvious idea what's happening. Let me show you how to trade BTC. Or let me show you how I am going to trade it. You do whatever makes you happy. Like so far, that was a breakout of the bigger channel. All right. But we go to the weekly chart. All right. Very simple. I have a plan for both ways. Trading is not, I'm going to predict and do this. Trading is, I have a plan for what happens if and when. So right now, if we can close this weekly candle above the 200 SMA, we are bullish. And things are good. Really good. Shout out to D-Dub for Adam and Optimism, AGX, and Adam and Optimism. Thank you so much. We're going to look at that for you. Super chats. We got VAI, we got VELO, we got Adam and AGIX. I'm just going to post those into a chat for myself so I can find them whenever I need them. I have a chat with me and my wife. I just use that. You know what I mean? So we got VAI, we got VELO, we got Adam, we got AGIX, and we also have the news coming at 11:30. Then we'll clean up the super chats, look at Bitcoin one more time, and we will be out of here at 12 o'clock. Can you look at LINA coin, please? My friend, Nano is superior. Yo, you know what? I believe you, man. Nano is amazing. I was just saying the other day, you could send money for free. Like for free. It's like send money and it's super fast. It's free and fast, which a lot of chains don't have. For however Nano figured that out, you got to hand it to them. Free and fast? I mean, how is it free and fast? So I traded Forex and options and decided just to stick with trading crypto. My man. So look, we're above the 200 SMA. As long as price action on the weekly can hold the 200 simple moving average, we're in good shape. MACD is deciding to get a bit of a cross here on the weekly, which we've gone over, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but we could get a dump. We could also be saying this: shoulder, head, maybe a right shoulder, and take a bigger dump. People calling for 10K now. Anything is possible for Bitcoin. You never know. We could see a massive recession and things get pulled back. You never know. You never know. The worst may not be in. I'm open-minded at all times. I keep capital on the sidelines just in case so we can load up. I traded Forex and options. Yeah, my man. Jarrell, Texas. Fun stuff. I was close. I would have given my no way I just paid yesterday. But you know what we do is we refund you right there right away with PayPal or something. You get it? So don't worry, Bubby. We can take care of that. All things can be handled. My wife is super good at figuring out how to get that done. So if the weekly can stay above the 200 SMA, I added this yellow line. We're going to be, we can stay bullish. And then what you do is you're looking for a break out of this and a retest at the top of this trend line or a retest here at about 28,000. That'd be a safe way to kind of load up. I'm aggressively adding to a trade right now, but slowly but surely, just slowly, simply adding to the trade, right? Now, if we end up closing candles below here, falling wedges can break to the downside. It's very rare that they do. This is, it's like a 26% chance, 27% chance. But we could fall down to this lower area. It could definitely happen somewhere down to 22,000, and then we'll go from there. Also the level that we look at is the weekly support at 24,200. These are the two areas I'd be looking at. And what will happen is we'll bearishly retest on the 1 hour, smaller time frame, and then we'll get our bigger move to the downside. So you don't have to pick a direction. You can wait for the charts to tell you what's going to happen. Simple as that. Once the chart falls down here, we open up a short, and we see if we can get that move down. Chart breaks up here, we can open up a long. I'm starting to open up a long already, but it's a very small long. As I want a 3,000 position. I only got $300 in. So it's a very small position, and I'm not risking a lot at the moment, right? The worst I'll lose if that falls down is like 150, 170 bucks. Then I could move on. I said I took a shot. But if it isn't, then I start to build a bigger position, which could be a massive gain for Bitcoin to the upside. So have no fear about AI bots. Have no fear of what people say. Have no fear about all these crazy price predictions. If you come here every day, you're going to watch the channel, and we're going to show you. Like tomorrow, we're going to see a difference. And tonight, we're going to see a difference. And if you're in the trading group, you're getting updated throughout the day into tonight. So have no fear. We got you. And we're going to show you every single time. Shout out to everybody here. We're going to jump on into the news now. Thank you so much for jumping on in with me as we jump on in to the news. Okay, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I give you crypto news. It's a fast and quick update, usually 3 to 5 minutes at the most, to show you the biggest topics and the biggest partnerships and gainers that are happening. And again, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. But I like to see when, like maybe Nike's working on an NFT, which they are. Maybe, Scottie Pippen's doing something big, which he is. I have a lot of interesting news to show you and bring to you. So I want you privy to this information, and I bring it to you every single day. So welcome to the news. I'm the Crypto Lifer. Every single day on my show, I go over the news on my Crypto Lifer show. Let's do it. Like we're about to do it. Let's do it. Cardano developer rejects SEC claims. Its ADA token is a security. Under no circumstances is ADA a security under U.S. security laws, IOG says in a release. Cardano development company, IOG, Input-Output, dismisses U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC claims that ADA, the blockchain's native token, can be viewed as a security. IOG said SEC laws filed earlier this week against crypto exchanges Binance and Coinbase, which include ADA and a list of crypto tokens that count as securities, contain numerous factual inaccuracies. The allegations will have no impact on the IOG's operations, the company said in a Friday statement. Under no circumstances is ADA a security under the U.S. securities laws. It never has been, IOG said. Understanding how decentralized blockchains operate is a fundamental component in creating responsible legislation. IOG said regulation through enforcement does not provide the necessary clarity or certainty that both the blockchain industry and consumers deserve. The ADA price fell 3% in the past 24 hours as the tokens named in the SEC security extended their sell-off as traders reacted to regulatory risk. I'll buy more ADA. I will buy more ADA. Let's bring it on, baby. More Cardano for me. Super excited, man. I love when they do this stuff. It just opens it up and gets it more exciting in the space. So come on, bring it on, baby. Bring it on. New era for crypto. Bipartisan stablecoin bill emerges in the U.S. House Committee. As the digital asset industry continues to evolve, so do the regulations designed to govern it. In a recent development, the U.S. House Financial Service Committee has unveiled a revised draft of a stablecoin bill, a product of bipartisan collaboration and a potential harbinger of comprehensive U.S. crypto regulation. The bill is a result of merging positions from both Democrat and Republican lawmakers, highlighting the increasing attention being given to the crypto space from all sides of the political spectrum. However, it's crucial to note that this proposed legislation still requires further discussions and approval from both the House and the Senate. The new draft bill advocates for the Federal Reserve to outline requirements for using stablecoins while retaining oversight jurisdiction for state regulators. This proposal demonstrates a potential consensus among committee members seeking to strike a balance between national regulatory standards and state-level control. I don't like how they're bringing in the Federal Reserve in there, though. One of the strangest, most privately owned companies in the world that, I should call it a company in a way because it seems like it is, which lends our money to us at a VIG, which actually keeps us in financial slavery. But it is worth noting that the legislative proposal provides expanded authority to the Federal Reserve, including capacity to intervene against state-regulated issuers during emergency situations. I don't like that. That's kind of the worst thing. They should write that out immediately. Simultaneously, it acknowledges the role of state regulators in supervising stablecoin issuing companies, with a provision that allows states to delegate their supervisor duties to the federal regulators should they wish. A key player in advocating for stablecoin legislation is Chairman McHenry, and has maintained focus on the issue since before his committee chairmanship. Despite some Democratic concerns over Republican-led revisions, the bill limited scope and existing bipartisan support could signal a promising future. I mean, we need regulation at one point. However, it looks like it's going to be kind of curtailed, and it may not be the best that we see, but it's better than nothing. We'll go from there. I'm not too optimistic when I see that they can come in emergency situations. That's how they always kind of give you free reign, but then take it right back. It's like a back door in a way, which is pretty weird and pretty shady. So I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Not at all, right? Big deal. Binance suspends USD deposits. Says bank partners will pause dollar payments next week. And so if you're in a USDT trade right now, they're giving you a couple days to close it down. And then that's about it, right? And you'll be able to transfer your money out, and that will be it. Thank God I love Bitcoin more than the dollar. I was able to, put most of my coins into Bitcoin and then get my Bitcoin out of there as soon as humanly possible. They're still going to be able to, you're still going to be able to do crypto, just not going to be able to bring in any type of fiat, which is going to hurt the U.S. volume, of course. They're basically blocking crypto in the United States. It's a really, really horrible move. Not exciting, just absolutely disgusting what's happening. And but we will get through this. Have no fear. But Binance US is getting pushed down, is getting smothered, and this is a direct attack. This is Operation Choke Point 2.0. They want to stop you from being able to get your bank money into cryptocurrency. They figure, well, all we control is the banks. We can't control crypto. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to cut off as many on-ramps as we can. Optimism Bedrock upgrade has already saved $150,000 in transaction fees. Optimism has seen a 56% decrease in the cost of publishing transactions to the Ethereum blockchain. This has reduced transaction fees for those using the network. I mean, it's already saved 150 grand. It's not huge, but it's starting to make a big move. Optimism, which is one of the bigger layer 2s, which I definitely own some and think it will become bigger and bigger, is definitely something to pay attention to and to look at on our radar. So Optimism is awesome. And everyone, that is the news. And I got actually some extended news that I'm going to break down for you as well. Let's see here. Where's my extended news section that I had out earlier this morning? Where are you, baby? Is that it? Nope. I started this morning with like some amazing news. It was actually really, really big news too, that I want people to understand and get privy to. Shiba Inu, Bone eyes listing on Australian crypto exchange on details. That's going to be a pretty big deal for SHIB. So I like seeing that, right? And markets show mild signs of recovery as storage dominates. Storage getting a write-up on June 9th. We're looking to trade that today. Actually, some good news for storage, too, as well. Shout out to London Real Ventures, too, man. Just kind of spotlight my man. London Real Ventures is a big deal. Brian Rose got some amazing ideas. I watched kind of his pitch reel today. Really blew my mind. And basically Web3, artificial intelligence, and metaverse. I mean, this is where the money's flowing. You know, I do the same thing. But shout out to Brian Rose, man. Meeting him, connecting with him, being able to talk to him every once in a while on the back door, on the back end through Telegram is also an amazing thing. I was able to kind of step my game up and met him. Did an interview with him on the channel. You should check that out. Brian Rose of the London Real. He's also like a Dan Pena connecting. So that's pretty awesome as well. Where is my last idea here? Where did I put this puppy? I'll just Google it and get it back up again. But this is a big deal, in my humble opinion, right? But it's Scottie Pippen entering Web3. I mean, this is huge. And his basketball player, Scottie Pippen, joined Web3 with NFT sneaker collection. Scottie Pippen collaborated with Orange Comet to release his first NFT crypto collection, right? Scottie Pippen, a former basketball player, if you didn't know, who played 17 seasons in the NBA and won 6 NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls. He was he was basically one of the greatest players with Jordan that made it happen. Has announced his debut on Web3. Pippen will release a sneaker non-fungible token collection in partnership with Web3 company Orange Comet. The collection, which compromises 1,000 limited edition pair of virtual sneakers, aims to celebrate Scottie's career from his early days as a basketball player to his legendary days with the Chicago Bulls. Designed in a tech-like modern style, these Ethereum-based NFT sneakers are ready to be worn anywhere in any open metaverse. Each pair of sneakers comes with a mystery box, which is an animated digital artwork promising to disclose something special to those who hold it. Furthermore, 33 NFT holders will be picked at random to receive a physical pair of Scottie Pippen autographed sneakers. The collection will be launched on December 20th with able to join. So this came out, I mean, this is old news, right? But I didn't really know about it. So that's a big deal. And I don't know where you can purchase these yet. Maybe they're on OpenSea already. I would like to find that out. But this is old. This is old news. But to me, it was new. I didn't realize that Scottie Pippen had put out this NFT collection. And this is kind of where we're moving. A lot of big people in sports are going to do something similar. And I mean, this is a pretty smart idea. I heard there's other kind of technological incentives to it as well. So in September, SoRare announced the multi-year agreement with the NBA to develop the first NFT-based fantasy basketball game. Many basketball stars like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and LaMelo Ball have already filed trademark applications to join the metaverse and the NFT space. So that's kind of where we're headed, right? Things are getting bigger and bigger, and we're going to see stuff like this coming your way. All right, and that's the news, everybody. I hope you're kind of excited about it. As Bitcoin stays flat at 26,595, barely moving on KuCoin. It is drier than a bone here. That's what I expect on Friday. Usually there's just no movement on a Friday, just kind of slow bones McGee. The 1 hour is trying to point to the downside, but we're kind of just hanging out each time, just kind of going up, going down, going up, going down. Not that amazing, right? I did kind of see this as a diamond pattern. Let's take a look at this idea. But it kind of left the mojo, though. Let's see here. I saw a diamond forming in a way that kind of had diamond vibes, but in a way it kind of broke out of the diamond to the downside, you can say. Had diamond feels, though, but didn't really play out the way we wanted it to. Oh, actually, no, I think this is how I drew the diamond. My bad. Yeah, this has some diamond vibes. There it is. Sorry, I just forgot. This has some diamond vibes. I'll give it to you. And yes, it came in and came back out, but it broke back inside the pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like this occur where we kind of went up, went down, went up, went down, went sideways, and we still broke out of this diamond to the upside. Something that I'm watching and I'm privy to. So just keep understanding kind of what a diamond is. Research it. It is a reversal pattern back to the upside. We went over this kind of the other day, but I just want to put that on your radar. Yeah. KuCoin also works fine. No KYC, no VPN either. Amen. Can we look at AGIX? And now let's break down all of the super chats. We had about 20 minutes to break down the super chats before I jump on out of here for the day. First super chat on the radar is VAI. Let's talk about VAI. And what I like to do is when I get a super chat is I like to look at price action kind of by itself, right? And just see what I'm seeing and then kind of do the deep dive. So to me, VAI got a little high. And if you watched me yesterday, I said there was likely going to be a pullback. Like that's a good place to take some profit, right? And I'll explain why. So it got very overbought on the daily time frame. Now you can still trade a flag on a smaller time frame, but you have to understand that once the daily starts to start to show overbought conditions, you're just getting into high risk. Like once you're here and you curve up and you start to move, that's low risk, right? And that's how VELO or VAI made the move from 5.7 all the way up to 10 cents, right? So it made a pretty nice move. All right. So, and this is where tiny moves can make a lot of money because most people aren't trading. But look, that's 100%, 106% gain out of VAI. I love this project. I think it could do numbers. I'm personally invested in the project, and I like what I'm seeing for it. So I believe this is a beautiful cup and handle. I also drew a Fibonacci from the bottom to the top. We came all the way down to basically almost the 886 retracement level, which is a very healthy place of retracement. Like, you're not buying the top when you 886 retrace. Now, you could still see lower lows, but so far, Duke, now we're in the golden pocket in between the 618 and the point, or we were in the golden pocket. We touched on it, but now we're kind of in that 706. We're not what I call a pretty good accumulation zone. And I see a bigger move coming out of VAI. However, I'd look for it to cool down a little bit. 3-day chart still has gas, but the daily needs to reset a little bit. 4-hour may give you some love. So what I would do is I would watch this flag on the 4-hour time frame, and I'd begin to just flag it on out. If it can stay inside a flag, and we don't know, it might make one of these. We don't know the flag that it's going to make. And this is what I call the twisted sister. I just put two flags out there, and I watch it. Then I put a blue line here, right? Put a big blue line. For some reason, my shortcut to the blue line disappeared. If anyone can help me figure that out, when I hit Alt-V, it doesn't let me make my Alt-V. Like Alt-H is horizontal. Alt-V should make a vertical line, but somehow that shortcut's been taken away. I don't understand why. It came back, then it got taken away again. So I have to click this annoyingly and hit on it. So when that crosses, it's going to tell me whether we're making the falling wedge or we're making this. Either way, I do see a bigger move coming out of VAI. And again, it all depends on kind of what Bitcoin does. If we can get Bitcoin to pump a little bit and then go sideways, VAI can take some of that market share. Also, if we don't get a huge move in Bitcoin dominance, it's interesting. So I would watch this for a pullback to the 21-day moving average and see what it can kind of do. We don't want it to break back inside this trend line. If it does that, it's a wrap. But right now, it's looking pretty nice. Like it's likely going to hold some of these new levels. Bounce, bounce, bounce. We got back above resistance. Now that becomes support. It's a bit of an SR flip already, too, for VAI. All right, let's take a look at VELO. And VELO on KuCoin. VELO is something I've been watching closely. And even just pattern trading it just yesterday, like when we came to the bottom of the pattern, I suggested it would come to the bottom. Then it pumped to the top of the pattern for a quick 6% gain, which is nice. I mean, 6% is nice. Everyone wants to go for 50, 60, 80%, but 6% ain't bad. Right? And we have a 79% possible gain coming out of VELO. It broke out of the falling wedge. You can either consider this a bit of a cup with a larger handle. Has falling volume with falling price. It's getting oversold in the 4-hour time frame. The daily says it could reset nicely. And the 22-hour also showing signs of a life, like a pump up to the 200 SMA there on the 22. I'm bullish on VELO right now. Of all coins right now, it looks very strong. And again, it could dump. Anything is possible. But I'm bullish. I like what I'm seeing on VELO. Been posted to the trading group too. We've already talked about it. We went over it. VELO's on the radar. All right. VELO. And when I've traded VELO, it's tend to pan out pretty nicely. Doesn't mean it's going to. And no one paid me to say that. I don't know the VELO team. I'm just, and I don't own any VELO right now, and I'm not even in the trade. All right. I'm spread thin right now with my capital until I get out of a couple trades. But right now, yeah, VELO's looking interesting. All right. Next time, no, we don't miss super chats. We write them down and we go through them all. So no, we didn't miss any super chats. We do them when we get the chance to, though. So that's the only thing, you know. And if you miss it, we do timestamped all of them. So if you have to run, you have to go to the bathroom, something happens and you miss it, the timestamp will be waiting for you as well. Let's look at Adam, and we'll look at Adam on KuCoin here. Adam taking a dump, which was unexpected. I wanted Adam to kind of make a move here. It lost this beautiful trend line, as you can clearly see. Pretty whack, if you ask me. It extends this idea that Adam is making a falling wedge, but we also saw Adam on that list, right? So Adam on the list was unexpected. It's kind of a black swan for Adam, and that's going to hurt it for sure. You know what I mean? That's just, these are the facts of life. I mean, people are afraid. You put fear in them, tell them something's security, they're going to step away from Adam. Adam's been one of the most premier coins in the game for a long time. Hopefully he can do something like this and get a bounce back to the upside. I still have faith that Adam can bottom out here. But again, I'm not trading it right now like, oh, it's going to be the hottest one right now. Like high coins right now are the place to be. You know, Adam's not as popular as a high coin right now. That just is what it is. I trade what's hot at the moment. We move on. Like PEPE was hot, we traded it. So it lost a point of control. It could come to the value area low. Maybe it comes even lower. I can't tell with what's happening with the lawsuit, because it's starting to kind of push coins down just because people want to push them down. You know, I still see this falling wedge that could break to the upside though, and that could put Adam back at about the $15 if it breaks out. I'm getting mixed signals for Adam. I'll be honest with you all. You know, we could do is draw a Fibonacci here. Tackle that idea that it is in a really good retracement area now. Golden pocket 706, which could make a nice move back to the upside. That's interesting. But I would wait for the dust to settle. And what's sad about this does put some coins that I didn't even think about now in the crosshairs. Now people are worried. It takes away from the market. It distracts people, puts fear in people. So I'd leave Adam alone really until we can figure out what's happening. I own Adam long term. We'll see what happens with Adam in the long term basis. I believe it's going to be an amazing project. AGIX back at 25 cents with that move to 30, came out for that double bottom. We could see a lower low though. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to the 786, which is 17 cents. That would be a blessing if I can get a boatload of AGIX at 17 cents, because that means when it goes to $8, we can 40x the thing. If it goes to $5, right, we can 20x, we can 25x if it goes to $5, which is very, very to me very possible for an AI token that's known in the game. So I'm watching AGIX for a possible double bottom here. It's even kind of, you know, cup and handling inside the zone. I'd look for this double bottom. You know, it loses this zone, fine. We'll go for lower, but I like AGIX somewhere at 22, 21 and a half, 22 and 0.7%. AGIX on my radar, definitely something to look forward to. I like what I'm seeing for AGIX. I like this coin personally, long term for a 2-year hold. And the cheaper it is, the kind of more excited I get for my long-term bags. Personally, right now, is it the best swing trade in the game? It depends. I mean, the 4 hours squiggling up with not a lot of momentum to the upside. The 1 hour is getting a little overbought too as well. So I see possibly more downside. Would I look at it really quick? I just saw a descending triangle, which most of the time dumped to the downside. Like that's got some descending vibes to me. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a short to the downside. So if you're looking for a short, looks like AGX may get you there. That's all I'm saying. And bring us back to possibly 21 cents. And LINA, someone asked about LINA, which has been hot as all heck just last week, but it had to have that pullback. It wasn't going to keep pumping. Nothing pumps forever, right? LINA is also at the bottom of its barrel ever. So we took that little quick pump for LINA. If you remember correctly, in my trading group, I had this flag that did some absolute damage, pumped all the way to the upside, basically the length of the pole, but gave it all back for a sell-off, back to the downside. And now you're looking at LINA in a pretty ugly, it's pretty weird shape right there, do you ask me? A broadening falling wedge, which eventually can break to the upside, but you're likely to come all the way back down. 1 hour is a little overbought, and it's attempting to hold the zone. Very strange market structure. We could do this, though. This is what I see. I like this track. So LINA, you got a shoulder headed to shoulder for LINA. Possible right shoulder, right? Something coming. You got the base of the triangle that could break you back out. You're getting oversold. How's the daily look is the question. It's getting beat to the ground. How's your 3-day look? Still got legs to the downside, possibly. 22 hours flat line. But I mean, this thing got crushed. Look, and it's attempting to hold the 200 SMA. So I would watch the smaller time frame, which is the 1 hour. See if it can pump back up. Eventually kind of What we'd like to see is we want to see if it can kind of make a rounded bottom here, continue through that, and then once it kind of defends this low and doesn't go lower than that, it can pump up to the 200 SMA. But right now, I see sideways price action for LINA, and it doesn't look amazing for me. That's just what I see for LINA. I have an NFT project I'm working on, artwork, and just got done, and the variation process is about to begin. Bombo, could you email me and teach me how you do that? And I'd like to work with you with mine. I have one coming out. We could split the profits. We could do something fun. I have something that I want to make that I've been working on for a long time. I'm just looking for the right team. I'm looking for the right team. All right. Optimism. I mean, again, optimism's on the lows. Like we've talked about these. A lot of these projects don't look amazing right now. And again, if Bitcoin goes on a rally, altcoins will take a bit of a hit. Right now, I see optimism at these low areas. I'd like to see it pump back to the upside. It's very oversold in the daily. I'm expecting a pump at least back to the top of the channel here at 190. That's the most probable idea. We're going to look for some type of bullish divergence or a double bottom on the smaller time frames. That's what's going to kind of get us to that next level. But again, I mean, I see this descending triangle, and descending triangles are nasty patterns that tend to dump to the downside. So I'd be looking to short optimism based on this idea. That's it. You know, it looks like it could take you to 119. All right. It's weird, though. They got, new tech coming out. Everyone's excited. But at the same time, this market's just not rewarding tech right now. And you have half the volume you had in the United States a year ago. So the volume is drying up. It's not as easy to trade when we have less people in the market. So optimism, that's a descending triangle. They tend to break to the downside. I'd be looking for a 118, 117 optimism, in my humble opinion. We did AGIX already. God bless you, Lakochi. Thank you for the love. And Alex Labs was someone is asking about here. It's got a shoulder ahead and making a right shoulder. But Alex has been dumping back to 9 cents. Had that beautiful run up from 5 cents all the way. Let's see on a wick where it went to. I mean, who knows? I mean, all the way to 20, 25 cents possibly. Its high was 26 cents. It did a 5X from there. But now it's starting to kind of go a little bit more sideways. Alex is the DEX, the premier DEX for Bitcoin. You can use stacks and Bitcoin on the Alex network. And I believe Alex is going to be big. Ordinal is going to continue to grow. And as ordinals continue to grow, Alex is going to be the space to trade ordinals, right? And they're going to make it easier, faster, more approachable. So I like Alex. I started talking about Alex around 9 cents, if you remember, somewhere in the zone when it first kind of started coming out. And I accumulated a bit of Alex, which I still have locked in a hardware wallet that I got on a Hero wallet that I got to fish out. But for the most part, I'm excited. I like Alex. I like what it can do. Low, high, higher low. As long as it holds on to that higher low, big things can come out of Alex. But to me, this is a long-term hold. It's going to take a while for the ordinals and the whole positional space to continue to grow. We got to, so I speculate on things. When I speculate, it's buying a little bits here, buying little bits there, right? And that's kind of what it is for me personally. And I'm just seeing if there's anything else I want to talk about or break down for you. If you're in my trading group, I want you to post your first chart that you ever posted in the trading group. That's where we begin to learn. That's why we have the learning library. I always say, do not just don't look at a chart and just start taking calls that I put out. You have to rechart it. You have to find out the measures for yourself. You have to get into the sensitive areas where you want to get on in. Alex V2 is good staking. I like that. AI Doge, possible diamond on the Bitcoin 15-minute. Matic, please. Shout out to Caesar. Yeah, I did see that diamond, part of a bigger diamond. I think I saw it out of the corner of my eye recently. He says possible diamond on the 15. I don't know. I don't see it though. I don't see it. I think maybe this here. It has some diamond vibes, but it's possible. It's not the end all of end all, but it's possible. And again, I could be wrong, right? Who knows? A little bit of a twisted diamond. Is this the one you're seeing, though? There's got to be something that you're looking at, right? It's kind of slanted. slanted diamond, which I guess could happen. I usually don't see it. Usually it's pretty spot right, though. And Bitcoin taking a shot to the downside, getting nastily slammed. Dump easy for Bitcoin. And it's losing this trend line now again. Low liquidity on a Friday. They're dumping Bitcoin nicely. Watch your altcoins. Shorts in position. Taking that monkeys. Taking that money. And we lost this trend line too for Bitcoin. I'll be honest, for me personally, Bitcoin's been the hardest to trade I've seen in a long time. It's been throwing mixed signals. It's been draining on lower areas. It's been, not really bouncing off support and resistance. There's less people in the market, and when there's less people in the market, what they do is they really just go after the market maker. Like they go after like the leverage traders. So that's why I don't trade leverage a lot. I like to swing trade spot, because if you don't put in at the right time, you just get nailed. Now, if we lose this point of control, we're going to gap all the way back down. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to 25,735. So just be careful today. Pretty nasty. It's also a rising wedge. So let's rework this idea on Coinbase here. Let's delete everything, and we'll do my last brainstorm idea before I get out of here. Last 3 minutes of the show. Remember, the bigger time frame still holding nice. Like the daily, still trying to hold that higher low, showing signs of okayness, right? Let's look at our 1 hour now. So we'll make the pattern. I mean, everyone knows that this is the pattern on the daily. Like, that's obvious to me, right? And then we go to our 4 hour time frame. And I mean, the 4 hour is still inside of this symmetrical triangle. Really hasn't broken. And it wants to push to the upside aggressively. My stop is just going to be a little lower. Either I get stopped out or I get in the money here. Length of the base of the triangle. So I'm looking at something like this to me. This is what I'm watching today for a move on the 4 hour time frame. Let's go move further into the 1 hour. And the 1 hour, you technically kind of have like a broadening, I guess you could say it's a rising wedge that wants to break to the downside. Could double bottom here. Right now, we're getting a nice little sell-off for Bitcoin. Let's look at BOOKMAP. They are building liquidity a little lower than us too. And like this big bar says 26,300 is coming. They're now liquidating the longs. They liquidated a bunch of longs there on that move to the downside. To me, it's just low liquidity Friday. Less people in the market on the summer months. And they're just going to go, like, they're just going to watch whoever loads up and then just going to take you out. You have less people to hide inside of the trades right now. So just be very, very careful trading leverage right now, especially on a Friday. It's just getting tough. It's summer months. Summer months make it tough, I'll be honest. And I have to be honest. I wish I could say it differently and say no. But this is something that I have to just be brutally honest about. All right. Nasty dump right there, too. Red candle. The 1 hour was overbought. Said it was going to come to the downside on the stochastics RSI. It is what it is. Let's look at the smaller time frames. Are we forming a bear flag, bull flag, any type of divergences? We're getting oversold in the 5-minute chart in a falling wedge. Could we bounce back to the upside? You can say, hey, we're still holding the wedge here. We break this area, we're likely to head all the way to 26,200. And that's where we do see some more liquidity. And now BOOKMAP. Link in the description to BOOKMAP. I talk about BOOKMAP every single day. If you want to get BOOKMAP, kind of see where the liquidity is, it's a really good way to do that. How I talk about BOOKMAP, the easiest way is to see what's behind the candles. So bookmap.com does a really good job of showing you, like a trading platform that displays market liquidity, right? Check what the candlesticks are hiding, and boom. And I go over BOOKMAP every single day. I use it all the time, right? And even BOOKMAP hasn't been as helpful recently because the liquidity just been thicker. But right here, we could come down to 26,300, possibly. So there we have it. It's kind of a slow day. We did get a move. If you were short, you got paid. So shout out to the shorts that took that short to the downside. And kind of a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder there, I guess. Now we want to see the 1 minute kind of freeze up. We see some bullish divergence slightly on the one because it's flatter than there. That's like a class B bullish divergence. Should get some type of a bounce back to the top of the pattern, in my humble opinion. Slow weekend inbound. Yep. Always good vibes. I love it. So many other channels chat are toxic and full of shills. Thank you, man. No, we don't do that here, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Generally feeling relief. I've been going in circles trying to get set up properly, and you guys have helped so much. Thanks again. Getting my car on YouTube so I can super chat Sam just because of his community members. You guys are the best, man. God bless you, Chris Ghost. We appreciate you, brother. RenQ up 30% today. Interesting. Thank you, Lifer, for your work, and have a beautiful day. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. This takes a lot out of me for sure. It is. Follow me on LinkedIn if you want to jump in on LinkedIn. All right, where we do, I'm basically investing in AI, metaverse, deal flow, crypto, DeFi, liquid staking, and metaverse. Figuring out how to kind of position ourselves in the space to grow the right way. Shout out to my man Robert G. He's a senior full stack developer for Nodal and Nest, React, Vue, JavaScript, TypeScript. And this guy's in our trading group. Went to Roth in college. He worked for Prometheum. We have amazing people in the trading group. We connected. God bless you, brother. Nice to see you here on LinkedIn. I appreciate that. Follow me on LinkedIn. Well, you can see me right there. That's me. All right. And I can't wait to see you later on. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Samuel Price on LinkedIn. Everyone, thank you so much for jumping on into the live. I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. Let's hope we can get a bounce back to the upside here as Bitcoin is starting to slip and slide. And yeah, it is what it is. Everyone, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. It's Friday. And my kids are out of school now for the year. So it's one of those, right? And I'm excited to see what happens for the summer. Excited for the beautiful weather. Excited for my life. And I can't wait to share it with you each and every day. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And remember, I love you all. I thank you all for being here. It's you that helped me get to these places in life. You boosted my channel. You changed my, my positioning. And it's because people showed up every single day. So my gratitude is my attitude for each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for everything in my life. And may God bless you all. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream. Be safe, everyone. Thank you again. Gratitude is my attitude for abundance. I thank each and every one of you every single day for your viewership, your love, your memberships, your super chats, and just the overall high vibrations and high frequencies. I'll see you tomorrow.